Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from Ncaa, and taking a look at our recruiting board before hopping into this matchup versus Texas Tech. So Brandon Martinez is going to be the #1 prospect on our board. He's the #1 middle linebacker in the country out of Green Bay, Wisconsin. And he has pretty good skills. Hit power and tackling are pretty solid. Zone coverage is good for a middle linebacker. Speed acceleration's all right too. He must have high player recognition and higher awareness because I don't know how he's the #1 middle linebacker. I remember I had Cedric Granger as a recruit, and I believe he was the #1 middle linebacker, but he was 80 overall. So seeing him as #1 at 74 overall, kind of surprising a little bit. But if you look at him, we're in second place for him. John Cooper, an athlete. It looks like he's going to be a cover corner. He is actually, we're first on his list. Joshua Wesselman, center. It looks like we're first on his list as well, so that's a good sign. Patrick Tochi, it looks like we are pretty much set on him as well. We're up 1,000. He hasn't scheduled a visit yet. Some of these guys have scheduled visits all around though. So Jamil Aziz, I don't think we're gonna get him. He's 87% locked right now. I don't know if I want to use these points on him because I'm way behind, so I might have to just let him go. Ramey McGraw, I do want to keep though, because this is a guy that I need to divvy up some more points to as well. I need another linebacker just in case Brandon Martinez doesn't go through. I do need another starter. Jack Kleck, tight end, who I do need. If you look at him, you know why he's valuable. He can actually block. 71 arm block, 72 impact block. It's actually pretty good for a tight end. And he can catch as well. 77 catching. And Gene Ballin, it looks like we're way behind with him. I don't think we're going to catch them, so let's remove him from the board, allocate his points elsewhere. Alex Vogel is very, very close to committing. He's a 68 overall tackle, and he has 80 pass blocks, so he's definitely going to be solid for us if we play him first year or redshirt him. I don't know. Michael Price, a free safety. We're pretty far behind on him. I think I'm going to remove him because 3,000 points, no way you can make up that deficit. Raekwon Shanahan, I am very, very far behind on him, but I do like his zone coverage skills. So let's put a little more. I want to stay in contention with him. Let's actually put Max on Brandon Martinez, and who else did I say? Did I say Ramey McGraw? Let me see. Yeah, let's put Max and Ramey McGraw too. So let's keep going down the line. Justin Jones, we're 1,200 behind on him, but it looks like he is not ready for a visit yet, but he's okay. Solid, but we do have other safety options. Eric Johnson, looks like he is an outside linebacker. Looks like he has just high athleticism, not really any pass rushing moves. Ethan Lecker is pretty close to committing. He's a kicker. I do need a kicker going forward. Anthony Brunson, another defense tackle. I'm way behind on him as well. Anthony Lawrence, Ronnie Smith, all these guys I'm pretty much first on. Let's actually, I kind of like this guy. He's got 84 hit power, 72 tackle. But his awareness, it must be low. Because he's 66 overall. I don't know how he's that low. Let's actually put some more points on him. Maybe, I don't know if we'll have enough. Actually, let's put some more points on him. Let's move him up, actually, because I do like his skills. He has some high hit power. We'll see. Brandon Hodgkins, we don't have enough points to put on the rest of these guys, though. But some of these guys I can remove some points from, or at least remove from the board. So Anthony Brunson, 2,800. He's about to commit to Michigan State. Probably not close. Eric Johnson, I'm probably not close either. I'm going to keep him on the board just because. Let's see if there's other guys. Next week, I'll be adding some new prospects to the board, so you'll get to see those new guys that I add. I want to make it so last season I did it so I only could add prospects once. I need to make it twice because my recruiting class definitely dropped pretty significantly, so I'm going to make it so I can add people twice in the year, not check it every week and take advantage of the computer that people aren't going after, because it's not very realistic. So I think this is how my board is going to look. Let me divvy up the points a little bit. So Texas Tech is 1-2. Looks like they're kind of a middle of the pack team. It's actually surprising. They are 101 ranked in pass offense. I don't know how that's possible when their whole team is predicated off of passing the ball with his air raid system. I don't know. Wait, did I just say they lost to FC? Okay, so they beat FCS by 2 touchdowns, lost to Temple and lost to Buffalo. So let's look at their key players on offense. Let's look at their leaders. So Martin looks like he's thrown for 5 touchdowns, 2 picks, but only 459 yards passing on the year. And he's also their leading rusher with 296. So we got to look for him to be scrambling a lot. So let's hop into it. Let's go. So we are on the road to start this game. So here is Alex Brown getting a carry to start it off. I need to get him going because I'm trying to get him to 2K this year. But early on, Albert Vick continues to make some questionable throws at times. Sometimes he's pinpoint accurate, sometimes he's just off, and right there he's just off. That was a wide open Ben Miller. Gotcha, bitch. But luckily our defense has been showing up the last couple games. Dylan Mack getting in for the sack. So now facing a 3rd and 17, Martin's gonna have a clean pocket but find his receiver short of the first down. So they attempt a long field goal, and this time their kicker is gonna make it, and that's gonna be a 3-0 lead for the Texas Tech Raiders right away. But on a 3rd and 14, Albert Vick once again missing a wide open guy, so we had to punt it away back to Texas Tech. So we have to keep them out of the field because we know they can throw the ball, and this time Corey Lurch cannot keep up with the receiver that time. So now they're inside the red zone facing a 2nd and 3. This time Martin's gonna have some room to run, and he's gonna roll out and get the first down. So now they're up inside the 5-yard line, giving it to their running back, and he cannot get there. Nisby gets tackled that time by Red Johnson, and they do have to settle for the field goal. So now it's a 6-point lead, but on the ensuing kick, Paul Miller back to receive the kick, and this is his first kick return. He takes it all the way to the house, beating that last man on that one. And usually we do have Chad Ball back there, but you remember he graduated, so Paul Miller is back. And on the next possession, Josh Dunbar finally making a play in the slot, getting the interception, returning it for the touchdown. And this has been a sight we haven't seen much this year, but it's good to see when it happens. But that's actually back-to-back games with a pick 6, and Josh Dunbar, is he heating up? Is he finally getting used to the slot? I don't know, but on the ensuing possession, they throw another pick 6, this time to Corey Lurch, the middle linebacker. And, you know, I love using him in coverage because he has that 88 speed and he can cover a lot of guys. And there he goes with his pick 6. And I thought that one was going to be picked, but this time John Waters gambles and Wright burns him, and he gets up close to the 10-yard line. So facing a 1st and 10 still in the first quarter, Nisby this time is going to break a tackle and get in for the touchdown, and they're going to trim this lead down to just 1 touchdown. And think about it, we haven't had after the juke move on that one, we haven't had an offensive touchdown yet in this game because we had a special teams kick return and 2 defensive touchdowns. So we're winning this game 21 points off of no offensive touchdowns. So we got to get going on offense. And here Jamel Cooley is getting the catch on the sideline. So on a 1st and 10, almost at the end of the first quarter, Schultz is going to find some running room and get up to about the 20-yard line. So now facing a 1st and 10, Ben Miller gets the reception, can't keep his feet in bounds, but later in the drive, Alex Brown does make it into the end zone for the touchdown, and that is going to be a 2-score lead for the Marquette Golden Eagles. And we are still at the beginning of the second quarter, and we have 28 points on the board, and this time another interception, and Jeter is on this one. And Jeter is actually, man, he's doing so good on the left side of the field this season so far. He does give up a big plays time to time he gets up big plays, but most of the time he's pretty good. But look at Albert Vick doing his best imitation of Texas Tech so far, throwing another pick, and gotcha, we're gonna have to play some D, but Martin cannot handle the pressure on that one. So now facing a 3rd and 16, the pressure almost gets to him once again, but he tries to get the first down, but that one's going to be short of the first down. So now we get the ball back after the punt. 28-13, facing a 3rd and 9. Eddie McCray is going to get the comeback route, the curl route on that one. So now facing a 1st and 10. 5 minutes left in the second quarter, and finally he puts a throw in there, nice and accurate. He settled down a little bit, so now inside the 10-yard line, Ben Miller gets open on the slant route, gets in for the touchdown. So that is going to be a 3-score lead now in the second quarter, and that's 35 points. I mean, we are scoring in bunches the last couple of games, just putting up big numbers, but Wright burns John Waters once again. And that's the thing, John Waters, I believe, has 90 speed, 89 speed or 90 speed, but he's definitely not a burner, but he has the coverage skills. But early on in this game, he's been getting burnt, and there's Alex Brown putting on the move, getting a nice 31-yard rush on that one. So facing a 3rd and 1, 3 minutes left in this half, Alex Brown's going to find some running room, getting to about the 30-yard line. So now 2nd and 8, 2.5 minutes just about left in this half, and man, I'm telling you, now he's putting it on the money, this time finding Kevin Oliver. So now we're inside the 5-yard line. Vic is going to find Brown for the swing pass for the touchdown, and that's going to be 42 points at half. So that we go into half 42-19, and on the second play of the second half, Jeter gets yet his second pick of the game on the outside. And I mean, I don't know if he's a straight lockdown corner, but he is doing his thing. He's a ball hawk for sure, and he's doing a hell of a job on the left side of the field. And Alex Brown capitalizes off of the turnover, gets in for the touchdown. So now Texas Tech has a lot of ground to make up, and not when Big Todd Williams continuing his sack streak, and that was actually his 3rd sack on this game. And Texas Tech just cannot do anything. Nothing is going their way. They're missing field goals, having to punt, throwing interceptions. I mean, nothing is going right for them in this game, and we're actually on the road. So I mean, you would think that it's a little bit more tough of an environment to play in, but I mean, the crowd is a non-factor, their defense is a non-factor. I mean, look at this, they're just sending blitzes, and Jamel Cooley's getting in for that one. And you know what, I'm not even going to show the 4th quarter because I basically just milked the clock the whole 4th quarter. They couldn't even score, so that's going to be it, 56-19. I decided not to run the score up too much because usually, man, I just found out when you're on Heisman, you try to run the score up, that doesn't work out for you. I mean, they either try to get your guys hurt, or just bad stuff just starts happening. So I just decided to milk the clock, take some time off the clock. But Albert Vick has a okay game. It's another up and down game for him. 187 yards passing. He didn't have to throw the ball a lot because our defense definitely came up with a lot of plays, set us up with some good field position throughout the game. Alex Brown goes over 100 yards. Ben Miller has another 8 reception game, a touchdown for him as well. Alex Brown has 5 receptions. But on defense, I mean, Todd Williams had 3 sacks in this game. Anthony Jeter had 2 interceptions. I mean, I think our defense is finally starting to click. I can't wait to play Oklahoma. I can't wait to play these other tough teams in our conference, because it seems like these last couple games have been easier than the rest. I mean, we are just rolling. Maybe it's our defense just rolling. Maybe we're just too good at this point, but we'll see. So hit subscribe, hit that like button. We'll be back for the next episode, so stay tuned. Let's go.